Hey, this is Trueflight. It's been a while since I did one of these, but doing an open beta this weekend for Defiance, and going to be recording some, basically just a quick look at things. I know a lot of people are doing full walkthroughs, so we're not going to mess with that. It's my character that I already have. Going to make a new one to show you character creation. As soon as it loads here. Skip all the cutscenes, you don't need to see those. I'm sure there's tons of videos up this weekend that are already showing cutscenes. That's really loud. Alright, so here we go. There's supposed to be 6 or 7 races at launch. We're only going to get the 2. You have your human male and female, and your Erathian male and female. Your different origins here are basically going to be what weapon you start with, what outfit you start with. There's the veteran. You get the survivalist here. Survivalist gets a sniper rifle, the veteran gets an assault rifle. Next up is the outlaw. You get the shotgun. And they get these weird tattoos on their arm are actually part of the outfit and not the actual character model. And then the engineer here gets a light machine gun. It's my personal favorite weapon. I think that's what we're going to make. Archetype here is basically your general facial structure. You can go in more detail here. I'll show you in a minute. The different bone structure settings, kind of hip, cheekbones, and chin. Get several different noses to choose from. Now, while this isn't as detailed as your normal MMO character creator, you don't know all the fancy sliders and everything, but you also got to figure that it's designed to give good performance when there's, 100 players on the screen at a time, as opposed to, 6 or 8 in a normal MMO, unless you're raiding. These buttons are up here to go to the next menu. A lot of people tend to miss them because they're not down where they should be. A couple different eye options. The hair's kind of in the way. Everyone's got an eyebrow piercing. We'll go with that. Colors. Again, not as varied as some games, but enough. Eyebrows. These are really going to be covered by the hair. We'll switch hairstyles real quick so you can at least see. Couple different hairstyles. They really need more styles, though. I understand the limitations on the other things, but come on, hair. And then you got your various hair colors. Now, I believe if you choose Erathian instead of human, these are all completely different. I know the Erathians have a facial marking. Change it so you can see the tattoo there. They keep switching sides on me. That one doesn't show up on the face, so I'm not sure where that tattoo is. We'll have to ask the developers on that one. And your blemishes are basically battle scars. I think one like burns the side of your face. Freckles. Face paint. It looks kind of odd on girls. I've seen a lot of guys that use it. The skull's pretty cool though. Different makeup settings. You'll be glad to know the guys do not have different makeup options. Alright, we'll give her a name and get going here. Again, I skipped over the cutscenes there. This is where you first appear in the game.
We need to find Mr. Von Bach, but first we'll need to
And
gear
she's
up.
very loud.
Von Bach Industries had personal defense technologies aboard the Stratocarrier. I've placed a marker on our map where we'll find some.
Alright, this is the starting area where you end up. The tutorial is in this little section.
Excellent. Once you equip that, it will allow me to activate the shield.
Sometimes you can double click them on the PC version. Sometimes you gotta hit the equip button.
Shields are running. We're going to need another weapon option. I'm picking up a signal from a
There's the shield up there filling. This is your health. That's your current ego rating.
We need to collect the necessary equipment as soon as possible so we can start
If
looking
she ever
for
shuts
Mr.
up.
Von Bach. According to my readings, those creatures are actually humans. However, their DNA is severely mutated.
You'll see other players wandering around. Some mutants over there. Another player. You don't get any XP or anything for stuff in this tutorial area, so we'll just hurry through it here. No doubt there's 5 million videos up of this little beginning tutorial. I suck with a pistol. So in the bottom left there, you can see the gun I'm using.
You're a fine shooter.
My current ammo total and the ammo in the clip is the big number.
The light machine gun is big, loud, and powerful. Its bursts are capable of crippling the enemy from both close
Now we
and
got a real
far.
weapon.
Particular weapon types work better for specific situations, so you'll want to get used to switching back and forth between the primary and secondary weapons.
My favorite.
I'm detecting
Boy,
some
she never
explosives
shuts up.
nearby. We could definitely use those. I've put the location
This is my
on the
favorite
map.
gun. It takes a little while to reload. Has a massive size magazine and does quite a bit of damage. The catch is it's full auto, and the longer you hold down the trigger, the less accurate it gets. So it's best to fire in like 3 to 5 round bursts.
This supply pod is filled with grenades. Grab one and equip it. I think you already know how this works. Pull the pin, throw, and get out of there.
Top off my ammo here. Ammo crates like this you can find in various places. They'll fill you
Don't stay too
full.
far from my projection. We need to calibrate some behaviors before moving on.
Here's what I was talking about how the see how my crosshairs spread. Just the longer you hold it down with the LMG, the spread gets bigger.
Now that we're geared up, it's time to train you on the ego powers.
This little holographic thing is kind of neat.
First, we'll try Cloak. While using Cloak, you are completely invisible to enemies. Use the power to sneak up behind the projection.
Now when you use Cloak in PvE, other players can still see you, kind of like you see me now.
While using Overcharge, your damage inflicted
When you
on the
use
enemy
Cloak in
significantly increased.
PvP, you become almost completely invisible.
I'll enable the decoy power now.
Overcharge
Decoy
makes you do a
allows
little
us to
extra
create a
damage when you
projection
shoot.
awareness that will fool and distract the enemy.
Cloak is my personal favorite. The bad guys will look at the decoy as it runs off, And at any time you can hit the button and switch places with the decoy.
The blur power is now enabled. Blur will allow us to move at extreme speeds and increases melee strength during close combat. With blur active, rush the projections and strike them with melee attacks.
I really suck at melee.
Good work. You'll need to choose an eco power for me to integrate.
I'm not a fan of blur. Decoy's always been my favorite. When you get to the screen here, you can click on these different perks and they tell you what they do and what you need to get them. Right now they want me to pick one of the 4 main powers here. We're going to go with decoy. And once you buy these, now I unlocked all the perks that are adjacent to it. It's already equipped, so these perk slots here unlock as you go up ego. You can eventually have all 9. Right now I don't even have 1, so...
It looks like the mutants are getting organized for an attack.
No, we better help her.
I'm gonna go save Cass's sorry butt. Like I said, a lot of people have walkthroughs and things up. I'm not gonna bother with the whole thing. Once I get past this tutorial, I'm gonna skip around and make a couple other videos. So this is just the first in a series. I got somebody to help me.
We need to shut these dudes down.
If you can see the critical numbers pop up there, it is a shooter. So the more critical locations you hit on somebody, the more damage it'll do. Like these guys, for instance, if I can hit them in the face, you'll see a higher damage number. But because this is a massive gun and automatic, it has a lot of recoil, so I try to aim per center torso and let the recoil kick me up and hit their face.
Excellent. I was able to reactivate the fissile materials.
A couple headshots on that guy.
Blow this entire base off the map. But we need to keep the mutants from disrupting the process.
What did you do to that thing? It looks like it's going to explode.
A little meter on there, when it gets full, this will blow up. Every time they get to it, they stop it, so we gotta keep shooting them. Almost done. There might be somebody on the other side of that.
That thing's about to blow. Let's get out of here.
Okay, it's gonna blow. Skip the cutscene. Now when you're done with the tutorial, this is the first place you're gonna end up. Ego power went up, so technically we gained a level. There's our first mission. We're just gonna grab it while we're here. Now when you go up in level, you get ego points, which you can spend to unlock these perks. And it tells you how much they cost and how much they are, what they do. And as you unlock each one, you unlock all the ones that are adjacent to it. And then we're going to equip that. So now it shows as being equipped. And it shows up right there. Means we have it. Just because you buy it doesn't mean you have it. It has to be equipped in one of those slots. You can go up enough ego to buy every one of those. It'll take you a long time, but you can only ever have 9 equipped at a time when you're high enough level to unlock all 9 slots. I'm gonna run up here real quick just to show you something. It's kind of off the beaten path. The game has a whole set of achievements. They call them pursuits. One of them is to find all these various recorders that are hidden throughout the world. And they're all done in real audio, so when you find them, you can actually listen to little stories and clips that kind of fill in the history and different parts of the story. Some are kind of humorous, some are kind of serious. You can look on here to see which ones, these are all the different pursuits, but you can see which ones that you've found. There's the one we just picked up. You can also go in here, where's the intel, and you can find the ones that we've already found right here, and you can replay that at any time. And it's got all sorts of other ones in here too. But yeah, you click on it, and it brings up a player, so you can replay these at any time. Neat little thing. A lot of cool info given out on them if you're into the history, the lore. Some of it even ties in with the TV show. Did a skip ahead here. Basically, you run down, do a quick little mission, you end up at the base, and you get asked to come up here and take care of these guys. Like I said, there's tons of other people who stream the entire thing, so you can look up theirs. I'm just trying to show you the basics here. So this is going to be like a typical mission here. We're going to run in, kill some guys, achieve an objective, and fight a little mini-boss. You can hit Alt there. It's telling me to roll. That's great if you see like an incoming rocket or a grenade, you can jump out of the way. Just getting shot from every direction here. So one of my objectives is to blow up these. Oh, and I'm probably not going to be far enough away.
Target destroyed.
I blew it up. Where's that coming from? Oh, he's right there. I really suck with a pistol. Alright, that noise means my shield is down. So we're going to run away here, use the decoy, and see if we can't... There we go, we got our shield back. That worked good. He's getting that one. That's another player, so we're working together on this. There's another player over there running around.
Target destroyed.
I like the way that when co-op people come in and join in the mission, it doesn't screw up yours, it just adds to it. And I apparently didn't finish setting that bomb. Take care of these guys. Getting the bomb back there. Okay, somebody got it. It's already set. That's what that little timer is up there. And we were standing too close again.
Target destroyed.
Right, as soon as they kill everybody up, here's a cutscene. I'll let this one play because it's short. It's kind of cool. That is a really big mutant with a grenade launcher. And they're very angry guys. So we're going to try to take him out. And of course he comes with a bunch of bad guys. It wouldn't be fun if it was just him. Again, getting extra damage for hitting him in the head. Oh, what are you shooting at us? A little unfair with the 5 of us against him. Oh, that's a grenade. And we're going to go hide while we get our shield back and reload here. Where's that coming from? Oh, there's one right on top of me. Okay, I feel safer now. That's a person.
Area secured.
And our boss friend dropped a weapon here. I'm going to show you what that is compared to what I got. I'll grab it. You can tap the button to pick up things like I just did, or you can hold it down if it's something much better than what you got, and it'll swap the two.
Pick it up at HQ on your way down. Otherwise, you're gonna need sturdier boots.
This is part of the reason I decided to show you this mission, because as soon as we run back to base camp here, we're probably, I don't know, skipping cutscenes, I'd say we're 10 minutes into the game, maybe 15. And as soon as we get back up here to base camp, ta-da!
Nice.
We got our
have
new ride.
access to a runner now. You can use
So
it
about
whenever
15
you
minutes
get
into the
around
game or
fast.
so, you get your first vehicle.
One of my medics found some supplies at the Accord Medical Clinic, but he said there's mutants crawling all over the place. Get him in there so we can get that.
Alright, I'm going to cut this one off here and load up a couple others that go over some specific weapons and various mission types to give you an idea what they are. So check back my channel, and I hope you guys take the time to go pre-order the game.